by Fort Stockton, Texas. Fort Stockton is a little town of 8,500 people. Why would you build a motel with 95 rooms and 8,500? It's in the middle of the Permian oil basin. And coming from Gillette, Wyoming, I've seen, and my old lucky time, okay, is coming back. And so we'll start on this thing, we'll start building on the second day of April. I wanted to move it up to the first, but I didn't think anybody would believe me. So anyway, the second day of April, we're having the groundbreaking on this thing. We're using what's called it's a Holiday Inn franchise called an Avid. It's a very minimalist type hotel, 4 stories, 41,000 square feet. But I believe, sometimes you gotta be careful what you think, remember how bad it hurts. We will look at doing extended stay to the oil service companies that have to have 20 people, 10 people there, dependent on the room availability. It's 95 miles to Midland. It's 225 miles to El Paso. It's on I-10. There is tourist travel. The world's largest solar farm is being built there as we speak. And it surpasses the one that was the world. This is like the 4-minute mile. Nobody broke the 4-minute mile. Final one guy does. 17 did immediately afterwards. It moves up. So the biggest solar farm has been done 7 times in the Fort Stockton area. One of the largest wind farms in the nation. Now, you're not going to hurt much with a wind farm or a solar farm in Texas. West Texas is pretty barren. But we will enter into agreements to rent these rooms for 3 years. I believe we're going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $275 to $300 a night. So if you do the math on this thing, and we raise our funds by putting together groups of investors that put in 150 or 250,000, and they own a percentage of a note. One of the biggest fears, I could lose all my money. You could, but we're going to give you a security position in the hotel behind the construction loan. Now I can't file bankruptcy and take your money with me. I can't get a judgment against me and hurt you. So I try to protect the investors to the best of my ability. Is it an absolute guarantee? No. But it's better than a 7, 8 of diamonds in the down. It's like having 2 aces down and they can't see it. We will own 9% of the hotel rooms in that town. And already, like the Candlewood Inn, it's $265 a night for their rooms. And the oil field hasn't gotten there yet. Little town of Pecos is 50 miles to the north, and rent a Super 8 up there, which I should have bought that franchise, $500 one night. And I asked this one guy, I said, would you pay more? He said, yes, I would have. Because he didn't want to drive 90 miles to Midland, Texas, or another 275 miles to get to, where he has to go to Albuquerque. That's a front trip up through that sucker. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing it. And so it's one of those things we look at 3 to 5 years. We will own it, but we will be selling it to somebody named Patel in the 3rd year. Okay? I want enough meat left on the bone that he feels really good about overpaying for it. And sometimes your best money could be done the day after we get it built. I mean, honestly, there may be somebody come along and say, we'll give you $6 million profit. Do it now. So that's what happens in this crazy. If you've never seen black gold, oil fever, black gold fever, that's what we need to name it. It's a disease. I mean, there's no vaccine for it, there's no nothing, but it is like the damnedest thing you've ever seen. It's like you grab a tube of toothpaste, you squeeze it in the middle, and the toothpaste comes out, and you can't get it back in the bottom. It is unbelievable. Traffic will be so bad there a year from now that you won't be able to drive across town in 30 minutes. Because all these tankers and everything else will start coming up. They can't get on the highway, they can't get off the highway, they're stalled out there. It's a mess. I mean, I flew into Pecos. It's a town of 4,500 people, so it's smaller. They have 26,000 man camp rooms within a 10-mile radius. Little town of 4,500. That's okay for the guys that are out there, the ones that are producing, the exploration people, but I guarantee you're not going to put the guys that are at fire suppression on for that well in a man camp. they're in a hotel. The company's paying for it. The guy that produces or brings the mud in for the completion, the pipe, those guys aren't staying at man camps. They're either driving themselves clear back to Midland or Houston or wherever, or they are staying in a nice hotel. So that's the why. But thank you for asking. Get your checkbook out. But, and we do those through a private placement memorandum. This is not something I can talk to you about a deal, but I can't give you the specifics of all the deal and you can't put any money into it until you read the private placement memorandum, which is a partnership agreement. And it's a securities agreement.